So moving on to the next session, the topic is revelations of big data and how the share economy can enhance e-commerce. Please welcome our speaker, Mr. Sheldon Lee, co-founder of Hub. Sheldon, please.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sheldon, co-founder of Hub. I'm really glad to be here to share my experience with you guys. A little bit background about myself. Sorry, disturb. Yeah, I studied statistics, economics, and actuarial science back in university. So back in those 4 years, basically what I did was to process a database called life likelihood. Does anybody know what life likelihood means? It means the pattern of death, people dying. So we use that data. We use that data to help insurance company estimate what the payout will be in the future, and so they can charge the right amount of premium at the beginning and maximize their profit. So I wasn't really interested in death, but it gave me a good foundation on how to make use of the data, the current and the past activities to help us make an insight and bring the company to the right direction. I also have an extensive experience in the logistic industry. I've worked at a multinational logistic company like DHL and domestic delivery courier like Mona Express. I've also founded 4 startups in logistics, technology, and consumer market. In big data, a lot of people talk nowadays is about consumer market, consumer behavior. But in fact, if you look into the data of logistics, it can actually help you improve your business as well, keep more customers. We don't bring in more customers, but we help you keep them. Here are the topics that I want to cover today is why we're doing this. And collection is also important, and the next is what we do with it, presenting it. I'm also will give you a short introduction on Hub and case study. See, why is it important? In traditional business, a lot of the decisions are made with the experience and knowledge of a few management in the company, or simply just intuition of the boss. It's not bad, but I think we can improve it, make it more efficient by being data-driven. And our goal, eventually, is to help the company make more profit. So in Hub, we look at 2 databases. Data set. First one is the internal data within our platforms. The second one would be the external data available in the market. Some of you probably don't know that there are a lot of tracking company on delivery, and they do track every postal in the world and logistic company on their performance. If we bring that into our internal data, we can actually help people make better choices on suppliers that they use. But sometimes it's really difficult for people to be data-driven. First is the collection. A lot of companies are using multiple systems for different functions. A system for CS, a system for marketing, a system for operation, a system for finance. It means that data are stored in multiple systems, and if we don't put them together, it's hard to make a proper insight. And a lot of systems, even though they do have the exporting functions, but yeah, we have done it manually, exporting all these Excels and put them back together using VLOOKUP. It's not efficient, and sometimes it's cause corruption on our data set as well. And some companies would hire professionals like corporates, data scientists to do a data study for them. A lot of small to medium startups, even resellers or small emergence company won't have the resources to do that. So our solution is an aggregated database with integrations through different systems, internally and externally, of course. So what should we be looking for? Today I'm going to introduce 3 tools in logistic data for you guys. The first one is what I would like to call it a sales heat map. The source of the data are the cost of the products, selling price, and also the cost of fulfillment. A lot of sellers do not take them into account. It means the pick and pack, warehouses, delivery, and all that costs. And our goal is to visualize the performance down to each product to each country. Even though some single product would have a better margin, but if you include the logistic cost to Argentina, maybe, it's not that profitable. So by visualizing it, we help the sellers focus the marketing budget into the right product and leave the down bottom ones on the side and better profit. The second tool would be what I call the fulfillment performance indicator. The fact that we are doing an open platform, a marketplace for merchants to find fulfillment partners, it's our obligation, our responsibility to let the merchants know that which fulfillment center are actually good. Even though there are thousands of companies out there, but the switching cost is really expensive. Can you imagine moving one stock from one warehouse to another warehouse? It's just expensive. So making the right choice at the beginning is important. And how do we do that? We grab all this data, all this timestamp on each activities. Pick and pack, how fast they bring in the product, how fast they ship out the products, and so on. And we use our internal database, all our customers' data, to analyze the performance of each supplier. So for the next merchants to come in, they get a better idea on what they actually can do, but not just what they promised. This is my favorite, what I call, oh, no, never mind, delivery optimizers. I understand a lot of logistics company will be promising you how fast they do deliveries. 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, but it's just empty promise. How are they actually doing in reality in the past 30 days? What's their performance? So what we do is that we draw internal and external data platforms out there to analyze how fast they're doing the deliveries in each country, in each region. For example, I would know if you use EMS from Shenzhen to Shanghai, 50% chance you're going to get a delay. It's a fundamental problem that they have. They don't have enough people to deliver. But I can't just talk to all customers and share all this information. So we try to automate it by drawing in all this data and sharing it with our merchants. So pick the right service, drop the complaints that you will get, and make a better choice on the prices. A lot of people correlate cost to lead time. But if they promise you 2 days and you're paying more and they're not doing it, why not pick another one who is cheaper? And this is my favorite one, the threat identifier. We've talked to a lot of merchants, and their experience is that I get complaint and it's too late to do anything. If I've known earlier that the parcels is gone, I could have called the customer and let them know that I'm going to send you a next one, a new one. Sorry, right? It's proactively doing customer service, providing service to a customer, but you can only do problem solving if you know there's a problem. So this is what we do. We use the entire data set to analyze each delay, correlate to a complaint, and set a threshold on it. So when your product sends out and there's 2 days delay, for example, we know that there's 10% chances that it's gone. Maybe you should start calling the customer and let them know that there'll be a delay. When there's 4 days delay, 50% chance that it's gone already. Maybe you should start arranging a new delivery to your customer. This is something that we hope to offer to the customers. We have to identify the abnormal processing time, let them know there's a problem, and so that they can solve it. Customer acquisition cost is so expensive nowadays, and you shouldn't waste any existing customer. Provide a better customer service will help you keep them. I have a lot of experience working with IT specialists. Very often, I make a request to them, and they'll be like, it's already there in the system. It's there already. So for example, I was trying to look for an insight about the performance of my delivery man. Then he was like, yes, you have that in the system already. You just have to export an Excel from that report, export another Excel from this report and that report. Then bring it up, put it into an Excel, run it through VLOOKUP, maybe build a macro on it. Then you'll get what you need. In my opinion, having it available and having it easy access is totally different. Think about BlackBerry. Someone told me not to use this example, but yeah. BlackBerry make it so easy to read email and reply email that everyone is working overtime right now because it's easy access. And we're trying to make all this data easy access to our merchants so they can do more actions. Help them, for example, the operator come to work, the first thing that they do is to open the dashboard and see there's 10 delivery in threat. You may lose these 10 customers. Start doing something about it. Then they're going to do it. So for us, building a dashboard that is very customizable and easy to access on your mobile phone or your laptop, anywhere, anytime is really important. It will help a lot of business make decisions quicker and more efficiently. So down to SendHub. SendHub, you can imagine it as a marketplace for fulfillment for our merchants. Again, because we are a marketplace, it's our obligation to make sure that all our suppliers are true of what they say, what they promised. And that's why we use data to keep track of their performance and help our merchants pick the right one. In business, there are 3 big components. First one will be sourcing and selling the marketing. The second is the back-end admin stuff. The last one people always ignore is the logistic. Logistic can be fun, trust me. And SendHub, we are taking care of all your logistic problems. From warehousing to pick and pack, to air freight, to ocean freight, and to delivery. And we've been in business for 6 months. We have customers loving our platform. They've tried everything else, and just try us out. So here's a case study. One of our customer, he's also our advisor at 753 Group. Sorry, Vino. And he's an ex-Facebook employee. What he did at Facebook was to help merchants sell. He can really sell. He helped a Canadian company went from 30 million revenue to 100 million revenue in a year. So I have no doubt on that. And that actually gave him an award of 30th under 30 back in Canada. So what we do for him? Today, he's in Canada. He's sourcing all this product. He's a reseller like a lot of you guys. And sourcing product in China and make the deal. The next thing he do is to send it to our warehouse in China. And everything is automated. It's integrated into Shopify, which is the platform that he used to sell his stuff. All the orders are drawn into our system automatically and sent to our suppliers to do the pick and pack and deliveries. Inventory is real-time drawback from the warehouse to our platform, and everything can be shared on our platform, on our system. So what he has to do is just stay in Canada and source all the product and sell to the world. We're shipping from China to everywhere. And the fact that we are a marketplace, it also gave us the capability to do multiple countries. We now also offer fulfillment service in the States, in UK, and in Japan, and we're growing. So this is all I want to share with you guys. Any questions?
Thank you
Thank
for
you
your
very
sharing.
much.
Any questions? No? Well, thank you, Sheldon. Let's give it a round of applause, guys.